Alrighty, so you have your paper to look at. I'm not going to scroll up and down. I'm just going to write the answers up here because it make it way easier. You have the words in front of you as well. And hopefully you did finish it because you'll get way more out of it if you actually looked at it first and don't just do it with us. When we look at number 4, it says the rate of change of K is increasing over this interval. All right, so if I'm talking about the rate of change, what should I have written down? Fun chart, exactly. So yesterday, as we did that other activity, there were some groups along the way throughout the day that were struggling through without a fun chart in sight. Now, can you answer these questions without a fun chart? Yes, but does the fun chart help you make sure you're on the right track and looking at the right thing? I think so, very much so. But you also have to know how to use it correctly. All right, so that first one says the rate of change of K is increasing over the interval from 4 to 6. Okay, so this is what's happening on the interval from 4 to 6. If my rate of change is increasing, then the function has to be concave up. Is the function concave up right here? Yes, so this is true. Okay, we all good with that? All right. Then 5, the rate of change of K is negative over the interval from -4 to 0. All right, so this is what's happening over that interval. Now, I skipped over what y'all skip over a lot, which is kind of the directions or the important words right here that say the graph of K is shown above. The points labeled A, B, and C indicate points where we have a point of inflection. What happens at the point of inflection? A switch of what? Concavity and rate. It changes where the rate of change is increasing or decreasing, but it's the change in concavity. So on this section here, my function is concave down, then it's concave up. That may or may not matter for this question, but when I saw that, I wanted to make sure I didn't skip over that. All right, but the rate of change is negative. All right, so if the rate of change is negative, then the function is decreasing. Even though the concavity changes, is the function decreasing the whole time? Yes, so then this is true. Okay. Then 6, K is increasing at a decreasing rate. And some of y'all didn't like that wording very much, but we're going from 2 to 4. So what that means is the function is increasing, but the rate of change is decreasing. So from 2 to 4, is the function increasing? No, the function is decreasing. But so that means the overall it's false, but let's just go ahead and read the second part of that statement. Decreasing rate. Well, the function is concave up right there, which means the rate is increasing. So actually both parts of the statement are completely false. Okay, but even if one part's false, then the whole thing's false. We all good so far? All right, number 7. The rate of change of K is positive and decreasing over the interval from -6 to -4. So we're looking right here. The first part of that says rate of change of K is positive. If the rate of change is positive, the function is increasing. Is the function increasing? Yes, so I like that part. So then the next part, the rate of change is decreasing. Well, if the rate of change is decreasing, function is concave down. Is the function concave down here? Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, that's okay. Yes, good. True. We good? And I think, like, if I was actually doing this, and not trying to get through it quickly, but if these were a bunch of different questions on the test, might not be a bad idea to have the fun chart written out for each one so you can actually box the pieces you really need for that one, and it just makes it a little bit more clear, especially if you're struggling with this stuff. Okay, 8, the graph of K is concave down over the interval from -4 to 4. Now, is there any part of that where it is concave down? Yes. Concave down right here, right? Oh, right here, rather. And then it's concave up, and then it's concave down again. But it is not concave down over the entire interval, right? So that makes that false. Okay, everybody good? I'm going to go through this quickly, but if you need clarification or just holler, make sure I'm paying attention. All right, number 9, K is increasing over the intervals. All right, so from -6 to -4, K, the function, is it increasing right here? Yes. And then from 4 to 6, is the function increasing? Yes. So that makes that true. Okay. Everybody good? All right. 10. K is negative and increasing over the interval from 4 to 6. All right, so from 4 to 6, is the function negative? Yes. Okay, so that first part's good. Is the function increasing? Yes. So then that's true because both parts are true. All right. 11. K is decreasing at a decreasing rate over the intervals from -3 to 0. Okay, so from -3 to 0, is the function decreasing? Yes. From 2 to 4, is the function decreasing? Yes. Okay, so then the second part of that statement said at a decreasing rate. If the rate is decreasing, the function is concave down. Is the function concave down right here? No. Is it concave down right here? No, so it's really not either one. But even if just one of them was not, then that makes the statement false, even though the first part of that was true. Okay, are we good? Awesome. All right, number 12. K is positive, and the graph of K is concave up from -3 to 0. All right, is the function positive? Yes, we look at the output values. Are the output values above the x-axis? Yeah, so if the function is positive, then all the output values are positive. So I like that part. And concave up, are we concave up right here? Yes, so that is true. Okay, we good with that? All right, then last one. K is positive, and the rate of change is positive on the interval from 4 to 6. All right, is the function positive from 4 to 6? No, the function is not positive because the function values are negative. That's what we're looking at, okay? The rate of change, is the rate of change positive? Yes, because if the function's increasing, rate of change is positive, but the function is negative, which makes this false, okay? Does that make sense to you? Any questions on any of that, or how to read it, how to look at it? We all good? Okay, so just hang on to this. This is something else you can look over before the test that I think could be helpful for you.